Welcome to r/Entitled People, where we share stories from your lives about people who think the rules don't apply to them, and they should get what they want. Thank you, friends, for subscribing to the channel, and for so many likes. And today we have 3 great stories, so subscribe, hit the like button, and let's begin. The first story, impudent clients and an old defender. The second story, she wanted a free pizza but the police took her out. The third story, an ill-mannered lady yelled at an employee for no reason. The first story is, wine all you like. I'm not giving your 15-year-old a glass of wine. I was working at a gastropub as a supervisor. I had a personal alcohol license. In the UK, you have to have someone on site with one, and we have to abide by certain laws, as well as the premises license, which can also dictate what we can or cannot do. Failure to do so can mean the loss of your license, the premises license, and a personal fine if you're caught. Also, you can lose your job. The issue is these two can sometimes contradict one another. This is important later. We had a family come in one evening wanting dinner. One of the 2 children was 15 or 16. She'll be known as EK. Mother is EM, father is ED. MS is my savior. Me is your gloriously cynical host. I sat the family down, told them the specials and asked them what they'd like to drink. EM orders a lime and soda. The ED orders a pint of lager, and EK orders a small glass of rose wine. We had a challenge 25 policy in place, which meant if you looked younger than 25, we'd ask for your ID. I ID'd EK, which is where this all starts. EM, you don't need to see your ID. Me, unfortunately it's our policy to ID anyone who looks younger than 25, which your daughter does. ED, she's 16, which by law allows her a small glass of wine. You remember when I said about contradictions between law and license? This was one of them. By UK law, you're allowed to have a small glass of wine or half a pint of lager with a meal if you're with a parent or guardian and are 16 or 17. Most premises license prohibit this, as it's harder to prove if you're 16 or 17 as you don't go out with ID usually. The pub I worked had this in their license, so it didn't matter if she was 16, she wouldn't be allowed it. Me, I'm very sorry, but I still cannot give her the wine, as it's prohibited in our license to sell alcohol to her. We have a great line of mocktails if she'd prefer. EM, no, she'll have the wine. Me, no, I'll not be selling her any wine, as it could cost me my job, and this place could be shut down if an inspector came in and ID'd her. Not all EPs have to shout to be entitled. Sometimes it's a calm, not my problem attitude that makes an EP what they are. That was this woman. EM, I don't care about that. Just bring her what she asked for. EK, I want wine. They said I could have it and I want it. I knew where this was going. I had to stand my ground. Me, I'm sorry, but I can't sell you any wine. Is there anything else you'd like? EM then started being to her husband, exasperated that Wood wouldn't bring her darling girl a glass of wine. ED, look, it's her birthday. Is there any way you could overlook it this once? His words were nice, but his tone was expectant that I'd relent. Me, no, sorry. EM, fine, throws her hands up in exasperation. You made me want a glass of wine now. I'll have one instead. She'll have a Coke. Me, thank you, sorry again. Just to reiterate that the wine is for you and not her, I may have to ask you to leave if she's seen drinking the wine. EM, non-committal. Whatever. So off I go and make the drinks. Come back and take their food order. I put it through to the kitchen and asked one of my members of staff to keep an eye on them while I went for a quick break. I'd been on shift 12 hours at this point, with no break, and needed to put my feet up for a few moments. I came back from my break to see the EK drinking the wine and the EM drinking the Coke. I was peeved. I started walking over there. EM noticed me and tried to switch back the glasses. Me, hi there folks. Now, I don't want to cause a scene, but I did say when taking your drink order that EK couldn't drink wine on the premises, which you indicated you understood what the consequences of that may be. EM, I don't remember that. She had a sneer on her face that said, and what are you gonna do? If she had been decent, I would have just given them another warning. Because she was a B, I took another route. Me, whether you remember or not, I remember saying it. Unfortunately, because of this infraction of our premises license, I have the right to ask you to pay for your food and drink and leave. This is when ED blew up. ED, no, we're not leaving, and I refuse to pay. How dare you treat us like this? I demand to speak to a manager. Me, I am the manager tonight, so you'll have to deal with me. Please calm down, sir, as you're disturbing other guests. More and more people had begun viewing our little spectacle. None more so than the elderly gentleman, MS, and his son who were on the next table. MS, how dare you, young man? I've heard enough. This young lady explained that your daughter could not have a glass of wine, and you defied that, putting her job and this place at risk for your own selfishness. ED, F off, old man. If I want to lecture, I'd call my own dad. Me to ED, sir, if you don't calm down, I'll have no choice but to have you forcibly removed, by the police if necessary. This made ED balk. EM wasn't having any of it. EM, we're not leaving. We'll go in our own time, and you'll bring us the rest of the bottle of wine as compensation for your rudeness. I laughed at that. To think I'd do that was ridiculous and delusional to say the least. Me, no, I'm sorry. I'm done being patient. Please pay and leave. I'll have your food packed up for you to go. I reached for EK's plate first, which is when ED grabbed my wrist and squeezed until it hurt. ED, don't you touch that. A bit scared at this point, I struggled with what to say until he yelled in pain. ES had told my employee to call the police and had struck ED with his cane to get him to release my arm. His son had taken up beside him, and there was a few people shouting at them to just go. About 10 minutes later, 2 officers arrived and took my statement. The family obviously told a different story, which was proven false by the CCTV and its audio. The father was charged with endangerment of a minor. EK was actually 15, not 16. ABH, I had a nasty bruise and resisting arrest. He tried to get out of the officer's grip. I think he got fines and community service. EM was cautioned and was told to pay for the food and any other costs incurred by her and her partner. I got a well-earned day off. The second story is, EK wants free pizza forever, gets banned instead. So, I'm a store manager for a large chain pizza place that charges a bit more than the competition, but makes an arguably better product. We try to always believe the customer and make them happy if something is wrong. We have a loyal base of regulars who order often as well as a lot of other business from randoms in the several nearby hotels. Friday night, EK calls in an order very simple, pepperoni and jalapeno pizza. Driver delivers it. 30 minutes later, I'm asked to talk to an angry customer on the phone. EK, is this the manager? I've been on hold for over a half hour. Impossible, but okay. Me, I'm very sorry about that, ma'am. What seems to be the problem? EK, I'm at hotel and your driver was so rude, and my pizza's burned. Me, sorry to hear that the pizza was not up to our quality standards. Can I make you another and send it out? EK, no, don't bother. You've already ruined my kids' dinner and they're crying now. Give me a credit. Red flag. Me, okay, ma'am, I'll credit your number, and when you order next, it'll be free. I'm very sorry again. Have a good night. EK, whatever, hangs up. I credit the number and think whatever, that's the end of it. Saturday night. Hey, this lady on the phone wants to speak to a manager. Me, hello, thank you for holding. This is me. EK, are you all R? How long does it take to answer the effing phone? Me, I'm sorry, what? You've only been on hold for a moment while my employee got me. EK, don't effing tell me how long I've been on hold. I know how long I've been on hold for. I'm groaning inwardly already. A fun customer. Yippee. Me, I'm sorry, ma'am. How can I assist you? EK, my pizza's burnt and you have the rudest effing delivery driver. They practically threw the pizza in my face. Lightbulb clicks at this story. I've dealt with this lady before. Me, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll definitely talk to the driver about it. Can I make you a new pizza to replace the one you said is burnt? EK, no. Give me a credit. Me, okay, ma'am, to ensure our quality standards are being met, can I have a driver come pick up the burnt pizza so I can talk to my production staff about it? EK, no, we ate it. Me, you ate the burnt pizza? EK, yes, we were starving and couldn't wait for a remake, so give me a credit. Me, for the pizza you ate? EK, it was effing burnt. Let me speak to a manager. Me, I am the manager. EK, I want to speak to your manager. You're being so rude and disrespectful. It's 'cause I'm black, isn't it? You effing racist piece of SH. Me, ma'am, 1, stop cussing. 2, I have no idea what you look like or who you are. But, EK cuts me off. That's right, BA, you don't know who the F I am, but you're about to find out. She then hangs up before I can say anything else. Being as she was extra, I let my DM know about a possible complaint on my behavior and what actually went down. Just as I get off the phone with her, I hear yelling in the lobby. EK, where's that BA racist manager? I step around the partition and see a cow of a woman wearing tacky bright green and orange with red shoes. Me, can I help you? I'm already done with this heifer because I know who it is. EK, gonna say some SH now? Give me a D refund for my burnt pizza, and I want gas money for driving over here. Me, you didn't pay for any pizza? It was free, and we don't reimburse gas for people driving to the store. EK, you think this is an effing joke? You're gonna give me my effing money or it's gonna go off in this bee. I'm 100% done at this point. Me, get out. EK, what the F did you say? Me, get out of the store. EK, you can't tell me to leave, this is a public place. Me, no ma'am, it's a private business, and you're no longer allowed. I'm refusing to serve you. Leave now or I'll be forced to call the police. EK, F you, F you. She continues to bellow this until the police arrive. I had to hear every sing-song version of F you for about 5 minutes. Police, do you want to trespass her? Me, yes, she isn't welcome here anymore. Police in our town are super cool with us because we give them special discounts and occasionally donate a stack of pizzas to the precinct. Police just outside main door easily heard. Okay, so you're now being trespassed. Do not come here, do not linger in the parking lot, or you will be arrested. This applies for every single pizza store, not just this one. The defeated look on her face when he said that was almost worth the cost of admission. Not the most epic ending I know, but what can you do? And the last story is, lady at work tried to burn the place down over an expired coupon. So, I used to work for a large chain store many years ago. I won't say the name, but it sells a bit of everything and the company started in Arkansas. So my workplace is one that has big Black Friday sales. For working Black Friday, we basically get a one-time use coupon for a very heavy discount on anything that we can add to our normal employee discount. It only lasts a few weeks before expiring, so you have to use it quick. I only worked there for one holiday season, so I only went through Black Friday once, but it was a nightmare. I definitely earned that coupon. Don't remember what I used it for, but that's beside the point. So a few weeks after Black Friday, and about a week after the coupons expired, I come into work for my shift. During our lunch break, I hear some of my coworkers talking about somebody being crazy. I asked them what they were talking about, and this is what they told me. I'm trying to write it as best as I remember, so not all the details may be accurate. One of the employees that had worked on Black Friday, different normal work crew than me thankfully, had apparently forgotten that the Black Friday working coupons had an expiration date. Apparently the day before, she had decided to try and make a really big purchase using the coupon, and the cashier said it had expired. She lost her mind, screaming at the cashier and demanding they take it. She said she had worked for it, since it was their duty to take it no matter what, and she wouldn't accept having worked Black Friday and not getting that discount. Several managers, including the store manager, had to come deal with her, and eventually she was escorted off the property. She wasn't fired for her outburst, but received some disciplinary action. Well, she apparently snapped at the managers daring to refuse her, because the next day, maybe 12 hours after she tried to use her coupon, and just hours before I heard this story from my coworkers, she returned to the store with, and I'm not kidding here, a knife, a shotgun, and a blowtorch, intent on killing her manager and her coworkers and setting the building on fire. But she somehow dropped her knife on the way in, and when she got into the store, her gun jammed. Left with just the blowtorch, she started to try and set the mat in the entrance on fire. I know this sounds made up, but it's completely true. She was quickly tackled by security and restrained until police arrived, and she was arrested. She was, of course, fired and faced some pretty heavy charges. I don't remember the charges. All I remember is seeing her mugshot online with her in a straitjacket. I got several crazy stories out of that job, but that was the craziest. Thankfully, nobody was harmed, and no damage was done to the store. I hope you love these stories. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when the new video comes out.